Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nancy from nancybadillo.com. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, welcome to this Etsy tutorial. And what I do is I am a digital marketing specialist, and I put out videos for Etsy sellers and anyone out there that is an entrepreneur to succeed on the online market world. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to run a Etsy ad and the in and out of running an Etsy ad. So this is my new account on Etsy, my new Etsy shop. And the shop is basically going to be for entrepreneurs. It's going to have logos that I make. I'm going to be selling spreadsheets, pre-made social media quotes for Etsy sellers, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and start this tutorial. I do want to clarify in the beginning, when you do an ad on Etsy or an ad on anywhere else, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, you have to keep in mind that just because you run the ad doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make money. When you run an ad, the best thing about that is that your ad is pushed to more people. More people get to see that potential ad. You get more impressions on it, and hopefully you'll get more click-through rate, and somebody will land in your Etsy shop, look at your product, read your listing description, and buy the product from your shop. Now, there are many factors that take play when you run an ad. So if you run an ad, but your SEO is not done correctly, and you are you're not ranking organically for keywords, and let's say you're using keywords that are very saturated, that a lot of people are competing for. So you put the word wedding, and if you were to go to Etsy.com and you put in the word wedding, you're gonna see that there's over 4 million listings that have that particular keyword. So for your ad to appear in the first page of Google or in the first page of Etsy, there's 250 plus pages of people using the keyword wedding. So for your ad to appear in the first page, which is where you want it essentially to appear, it's gonna be so hard because there's so many people competing for the same keyword. There's so many people out there paying ads for that same keyword. So therefore, if you run an ad and you see that you're not making sales on that particular item, or you're not getting people are viewing it, but maybe people are not clicking in on it, it could be two things. One, if you don't get the sales, it could be that you're using a keyword that's too oversaturated. So therefore, you're not showing up on the first page of Etsy search results. You might be on the third, fourth, fifth. So therefore, no one's seeing your ad unless someone happens to go and browse through all these listings, go to the second page, browse through all the listings, go to the third page, browse through all the listings. I'm not one of those people. I normally might go to the second page if I'm looking for something, and that's about it. I won't go to the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Now, if I'm looking for something very specific, then maybe I might go a couple pages deep in to find that particular product. But for most buyers, they won't go to the 10th page, the 11th page. So therefore, the chances of you being found are going to be very slim. Now, another reason why you might not be getting found, or not necessarily found, but another reason why you might not be getting the clicks is because of your image photography. So product photography is one of the most important things that you could do on Etsy. When you have an e-commerce store, all you have is photos. So if your photos are not clear and they're not compelling for someone to click on the actual photo, it doesn't matter how amazing your product is, you're not going to make any sales and you're not going to get the click. So therefore, you're running ads, you sit there, you're like, well, how come I'm not making money? All these people are with ads and I hear everybody else makes money. You might have to be realistic with yourself that you have to change your picture. Your picture might not be the best picture, and therefore, even though you might be in the first page of Etsy search results, or even on the second page, you might not be getting the click-through rate because your picture is not amazing, even though your product might be. So you have to be very analytical with your shop. You have to be very honest with yourself, and you have to say, okay, can this picture look better than what it is? Can I improve the quality of this picture? And if you can, then you have to, because that's going to either make the sale or not make the sale, basically. Now, the third reason why somebody might not click on your ad is because you're not targeting your target audience. So targeting your target audience is saying, let's say you're selling a blue wedding sign. So it's a blue wedding sign. So instead of you putting blue wedding sign, you put blue sign, or you put just the word wedding, but you don't specify exactly what you're selling. When you put a keyword that's so broad, so if you put the word blue only, I mean, I've seen people that if they're selling a sign, they just put the word blue and that's one tag. Blue could be anything. If I type in here blue, just to give you an idea, all random things are going to pop up. As you can see, there's a hoodie, there's a necklace, there's, I don't know what this is. As you can see, there's even blue robes, blue feathers, blue ring, and etc. When you do that and you don't target your audience and you just say the word blue or the word yellow, or you're very, very broad, wedding, you are showing your ad to just pretty much everybody and anybody. So somebody that's looking for a blue hoodie is not going to really care about you selling a blue wedding sign. So therefore, your impressions are high, right? So you're like, how come my impressions are high? So many people are seeing my ad, but no one's buying. Well, a lot of people are seeing it, but the wrong people are seeing it. Sometimes it's better to get less impressions, hit your target audience, and get more sales than have a massive amount of impressions. Like a whole bunch of people saw your listing. However, you're targeting the wrong people that are not interested in your product at all in any way. And so therefore, they're not clicking on your product. Or you might get those random people that might click on it just to look at it and just leave. And that's why you got the not only impressions high, but you also got the click-through rate, but then you don't have the actual sale. So those are three things that you have to keep in mind. One, you're using oversaturated keywords, so therefore it's very hard for you to rank for. So when you do run an ad, you're like on third, fourth, fifth page of Etsy. So therefore, not everyone is finding you. Two, you're you're using a keyword that is too broad, right? That you're not specifically targeting your audience. You're just saying the word blue. That could just be pretty much anything. And three, it could be a really bad photo. You could have a photo that's blurry, that has an ugly background, or has a distracting background, or you have too many stuff in the picture. Like the person doesn't know, am I getting a sign? Am I getting this, that? Like there's too many things going on the picture. It could be numerous things, but you have to make sure that all three are checked for Etsy ads to work. I wanted to clear that up because a lot of people always tell me, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I run an ad, I stop it after months because I end up spending more than I make. These are the reasons probably why it's not working for you for the most. Now, you could be in an oversaturated market and therefore you're competing with a lot of people, and that does happen. But if you're not getting any sales and you're using the right keywords and you are using the right target audience, it has to be your pictures, or vice versa. So you have to really analyze your listings and think about it in that sense. Am I producing the best quality picture? Do I have the best SEO? And am I targeting my audience? Those are the most three important things that you have to do before you start running ads. Because if you run ads and you don't check none of those three and you have one or the other or all three wrong, guess what? You're going to spend money on ads and you're not going to make money on them. So make sure that you focus on that. Once you do know that, everything is squared away, you want to run the ads, all you have to do is you go to Shop Manager and you click on Marketing and you click on Promoted Listings. Now, when you go in here, in the beginning, if you're a new shop, you have a threshold that you can't go above. And then after you build some time with Etsy, they keep upgrading the threshold and you'll be able to spend more money every month. I normally do about $10 a day. Now, do I spend the full $10? No, I don't, because some days are slower or I get less impressions or less clicks. So therefore, you won't get charged unless somebody clicks on your ad. So that's the nice thing about it. They still show your ads to as many people, but you only get charged when someone clicks. So what you do is when you go to your promoted listing, you go to manage. And right here, you're able to change the amount that you want. So you could put $10. You could put $5 a day. Let's say we do $5 a day. You could put that your new listings automatically go into your promoted listings. I like to promote everything in my shop. Some people promote only their most popular items. I like to do all of it because the more I run my ads and the more people see everything that I have in my shop, then later I'm able to see within 3 months and kind of analyze. I do like a quarterly checkup on my store. I'm able to see what worked and what didn't work. So I'm able to see, okay, so from all these ads, I ran everything in my store as an ad. These listings perform the best. And then what I do is I take those listings and I create additional matching items, like a robust line of products for those products, because you don't want to waste unnecessary time on products that are not selling. You want to spend more time on the products that are selling and seeing either if you could add additional items that are similar or if you could add matching items to those particular items that could go well hand in hand with each other. So another thing that I do is I go to advanced settings and I change my cost per click. I change it to 10 cents per click. In one of my shops, I have over 3,000 items. So I don't want my cost per click to be $1, because if I'm doing $10 a day and I got 3,000 items, guess what? I'm not going to be able to promote a lot of items. I'm going to be able only to promote like 10 items per day. So for me, I rather just do the 10 cents per day, and then my $10 go a long way. Like 10 cents will get me so many clicks and so much more for my money. So for me, I always change it to 10 cents. You could do 10 cents, you could do 20 cents, you could do, excuse me, you could do whatever amount you want. However, for me, 10 cents have worked the best. And for me, because I want to stretch my money more, that's why I set it so low. Now, the higher you set it, if you are competing for a word that is very saturated and everybody's competing, the more you pay, the more your keyword, your actual listing will be shown in preference of page 1 to page like 5. However, do I know this by hand? No, I just noticed it from doing so many ads in my stores and like verifying and checking everything. However, Etsy algorithm changes every minute. If anybody was to tell you this is the exact blueprint of running an ad, they're lying, because Etsy changes their algorithm all the time. There's no way of knowing what works and what doesn't work, or there's a blueprint. It's just you trying it and trial, fail, and learning what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what you notice, what ads are getting more clicks, and it just measuring your analytics, which Etsy does provide you all the information. So therefore, based on what I've seen, if I raise the 10 cents to like 20, 30, I feel like my ads have been shown more in page 1 and 2 for those particular keywords that I am competing, because I changed the cost per bid a little bit higher. However, lately I've been leaving it at 10 cents and it has done wonders for me. So for me, it has worked. Now, keep in mind also, when you run an ad, it doesn't specifically mean that you're going to make money right away. Also, I have had situations that I run an ad and like the first month, especially if it's a new store, the first few months, I might break even, or I might make, I might spend 15 ads, but I made 60. So I only gained $10. that also happens. Don't feel like, oh my God, why is it not working? You have to give it time and you have to learn the system. But the most important things are the things that I mentioned in the beginning to make sure that you are targeting the right audience and that you have the right keywords and that you have beautiful, enticing photos that people want to click and buy from your shop. Now, thirdly is when you do this, you leave it alone, it will start running. If you ever have a listing that you do not want to promote, all you have to do is toggle here and you could turn it off. So you could go here and turn off any listings that you don't want to do. So that you don't want to run on your $10 per day or $5 per day, depending on what you did. If you ever have questions about what these are, like impressions, clicks, right? All you have to do is up here it will show you, it's gonna eventually have all the information on how many impressions, like how many people saw your ads, how many clicks, how much you paid, how many orders you got from those clicks, and how much revenue you made. Over time that will start auto populating once you start making money from there. But this is pretty much the easiest way to run an ad. It's basic, it's pretty simple with Etsy. They don't make it really complicated. It's not like a Facebook ad that you have to go in there, create the ad, and then on top of that, you have to know your demographic. You have to know your target audience. You have to know the location, the age, female, male, and their interests and their hobbies and everything else that comes with it. With Etsy is very, very simple. But you do have to keep in mind the three elements that I talked about in the beginning, because that's going to either make the sale or not make the sale. So I hope that this tutorial helped you. If it has, or if you have any knowledge about Etsy ads, I really trying to build a community on YouTube where we help each other succeed on Etsy and any e-commerce stores out there. So if you have any successful tips that you currently use, please leave them in the comment. We want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I like to learn new things that I might possibly don't know about or maybe didn't talk about on this video. So please leave a comment. Make sure that the comments are helpful to other people so people could learn and grow. This is the purpose of my channel, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Please give me a thumbs up on this video and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, guys.